Hey everybody, welcome back to Dinner and a Tip. My name is Brenda and I'm going to be your cooking guide. So we've done lots of chicken hibachi outside, but we've actually never done it inside. And then this recipe I'm going to actually do for a group of 2 people or 3. Usually when I'm cooking hibachi, I'm cooking for a ton of people, but honestly, we don't always cook like that all the time. So to get started, I've got 4 leftover chicken thighs, so I'm going to use those. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start by marinating our chicken first. I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of soy sauce to get started. Next, I've got 1 tablespoon of sesame seed oil. If you don't have this, the world won't, and it does help a little bit. You could also use Worcestershire sauce instead. And then we've got the Japanese BBQ sauce, which I absolutely love, and even for the chicken after. If you don't have this or you don't like it for some reason, you could also use some of that hoisin sauce. And then next, we're going to go ahead and do a tablespoon of minced garlic. And then a little bit of salt and pepper. This is just a taste. Don't need a ton of this because of all the other seasonings we've got going on. And what I always like to do is I like to mix it in the bowl first and then get it stirred and then add my chicken. And then if you have either fresh or ginger paste, actually I prefer the ginger paste. And so that's just about a tablespoon of that too. So let's go ahead and get that mixed. And then we're going to add our chicken, and then we're going to marinate this probably 30 minutes to a couple hours. So you can use chicken breast. If you want, you could do chicken thighs, steak. So like I said, I'm just doing this as a smaller group. So with chicken thighs, you get this they don't clean this always the greatest. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut those chunks off. And then what I want to do is I'm going to cook these cut this in bite-sized pieces. 1, because of the marinade gets on every little bit and cranny. And then 2, it helps cook it faster. So I'm excited. I have the outdoor grill, but I also have the indoor griddle, and I've been dying to try the fried rice on that. So go ahead and throw our chicken in here. And you could also do this with different kinds of steak as well, but today we're doing chicken because I just had some left over. So we're going to go ahead, put this in here, and give this a quick mix. We'll go ahead and set it in the refrigerator. And you just want to get a good coat on everything. To me, the ginger is probably my favorite part of this, and using that Japanese barbecue. So we've got this all ready to go. I'm going to throw this in the refrigerator and we'll be back, and then we'll go ahead and get our cooking on our electric indoor griddle for a change. Thanks. Hey everybody, so our chicken has finished marinating, so we're going to go ahead and get the chicken on first since that's going to take the longest. I'm just going to put a little bit of oil on here just to make sure it's not sticking at all because of the marinade. All right, let's go ahead and get our chicken spread out. And next, let's work on our fried rice. So we're going to go ahead and do a little bit of oil to get our onions cooking. And a little bit of, I'm just doing a 1/2 cup of an onion. And I'm also going to do a 1/2 cup of peas and carrots, which currently are frozen. So we're going to go ahead and throw those on and get those heated. And then next, we're going to go ahead, just do a little oil, and we're going to crack 1 egg for the fried rice. So remember, this recipe is going to be for just a small 2 people for dinner. This isn't the big one, but you can either increase this recipe or you can go ahead and see, apparently I should have put more oil down. So these surfaces definitely still do need oil when you're cooking with them. So And I do have a special spatula that's just designated for the chicken. I am cooking this at 475. We're going to get this chicken going all the way first. And I'm going to go ahead and turn this chicken down a little bit. It's cooking a little faster with the marinade, so I'm going to drop it down to 450. All right. So actually, I like my fried rice a little bit more eggy, so I'm going to go ahead and throw a second egg on here. And I've got it in the butter, and I'm using the butter to kind of cook up the onions and the peas. So normally I do this outside, but not everybody is lucky enough to have the outdoor griddle or live in an apartment. And a couple of my friends have been complaining that they love the recipes, but they can't make them because they can't cook outside. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the eggs with a little bit of salt and pepper. And that's just to taste. And then we're going to go ahead and get our rice. So I did minute rice. And I just basically cook that up ahead of time. And we're just going to go ahead and add it to our Blackstone once we get our vegetables and our eggs cooked. This isn't as big of a surface as I'm used to, but it certainly works in a pinch. I know we're expecting some snow, and it's not nearly as fun to cook outside when we've got that going on. So. All right, our chicken is cooking just fine. And actually, you know what? I changed my mind. I am gonna cook this a little hotter. Go back up on that. So let's get back to our fried rice. Making sure I'm keeping our spatulas separate. So now that I've got our peas and carrots cooked, we're gonna go ahead and add our cooked rice. And I'm going to add just a little bit of butter into this rice. And then I'm going to go ahead and do a tablespoon of minced garlic. And what I also really like with our fried rice, if you haven't tried, is the ginger paste. So I do about a tablespoon of that. I don't know if you can hear in the background somebody yelling hello and over again. We have a parrot that loves to try to participate in the show. So her name is Malibu, but she gets a little feisty when she doesn't have people talking to her all day long. So, and then last for the rice, I'm just going to do soy sauce. So this is going to be about 2 tablespoons. I like to do the low sodium just because I feel like there's always enough salt in this anyways. So, all right, we've got our fried rice is done. You can also do noodles with this if you like. I'm actually really excited not to be cooking outside today. It's a little on the chillier side. This is definitely a little harder because you're used to having the spatulas and you get to flip and whip everything all around, but that's all right. And we just have a piece of chicken that went down. Save that for the dogs. So this definitely does not cook as quickly, but it is cooking still. You want to make sure your chicken is cooked all the way. And since our rice is done, I'm going to just shut this side or turn this side all the way down so I'm not going to overcook our rice and keep working on our chicken. So I'm guessing our chicken's going to need about another minute or two. So I'm going to go ahead and finish cooking this, and then we'll come back and give it a try. All right, so we are back. Our chicken has officially cooked all the way through. And when you have some of these bigger pieces, what I really like to do is just take a piece off, cut it in half, and make sure that we are cooked all the way through. You don't want to see any pink on this, so this looks good. So let's go ahead and try our fried rice. And a little bit of that chicken. So is this as easy as outside? No, but I think it is still a great option. I think it's going to taste just as good. You don't get as much caramelization on the chicken as what you do outside. I kind of like the grill outside a little bit better, but Actually, I'm gonna take that back. Actually, I kind of do like it better inside. The chicken, the moisture, because you're not cooking at as high, it's still a lot more moist. I love the fried rice. I can't tell the difference between the fried rice outside and inside. So go ahead, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.